the other chosen ones, the other elect. And I come across what's the chatter Larasha's page, and or what is it, Queen is me 23, something like that. I think she has two pages or one page, but um or she either had her original page name changed, and she's talking about how people, when you're righteous, you 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 can you can do wrong, but but you can be seen as doing no wrong. And she's on point. I don't know if she's connected to my family or people that I know, or I'm being severely monitored and people are watching my every move and how I do it, which is a violation, and everybody will reap what they sow. Okay, I'm not speaking to you, Larasha, but those who are so embedded or are so induced in watching my every move. I'm telling you, reap what you sow, do unto others is going to hit differently when listen, and when Cardi B, and I'm not a big fan of her music or her even her personality type. She's fun. I do think she's fun, but when she made that mixtape, Invasion of Privacy, it hits home. But anyway, Larasha, she did a live. Larasha, LA hyphen RASHA. Queen is me 23, or she's got two different pages I think right now. But anyway, she made a post or made a video speaking on how you can do wrong but can't do no wrong, and I totally understand it because first of all, let's just talk about diplomatic immunity, and the ideology around that philosophy, right? And in conjunction with spirituality. So what LaRasha was saying in her post is it exemplifies a person who has to do something that is unorthodox in order to balance scales or make it orthodox. So a lot of people in the church or religion cannot I they wouldn't even be able to, if they are so diluted in religion, they'll never understand the ideology behind someone who has to quote unquote do wrong to right something, right? So when she spoke of that, and I'm in the middle of watching her read, but I didn't want to lose a thought as I was watching and listening to her. I wanted to make sure I added this to my wall here on or here on YouTube. Sometimes we have to do things in life. The upright in heart doesn't mean that you have to do something that's unorthodox to make something orthodox. Just because we believe in the Most High, the Supreme Being, the Ahaya, Asher, Ahaya, El Shaddai, El Adonai, El Elohim, all the L's, El Sabaoth, El, just all the L's. You know what I mean? And then what do you Jehovah's Witnesses, and is just, just because we believe in there being a savior who has yet to be reincarnated and or has already been reincarnated but has not been identified because he has presented himself to save his wife with this new name that God has and the Most High has given him, just like Joseph became an honorary Levite when he basically saved Mary from being accused of being a Jezebel whore, harlot, whatever, and raised Jesus, Yeshua. Sometimes we have to do. Joseph is a prime example. He did what seemed to be the most unorthodox thing to create and raise and nurture something that was extremely orthodox, which something that was orthodox in itself, which is Yeshua. Think about it. Yet think about it. Joseph became an honorary Levite because he stepped up and said, I will raise Jesus, after everybody tore the Virgin Mary down and called her a whore, scarlet, and da da da, she wouldn't work, none, da da da. And even after Archangel Gabriel came and said, you will bear the Son of Man. Nobody wanted to step up and be the man in this woman's life because of rumors. Now, I'm not saying that Mary was innocent, but let me tell you something. Do you think that the creator of the universe, the being that put the sun and the moon in the sky, is going to have his seed implanted and come out of something that is made of filth? I'm gonna tell you something. People got, and this is where misconception and you know, false judgment comes into play. And this is how, judge ye and be judged comes into play. A lot of people judge the Virgin Mary, but then he not only did he want his son to come out of her, which the community was calling her something she was never, but then he gave her a husband that was proud to step up and take the lead role to raise this young man to become the main figure in the best-selling book of all times, the Bible. Hands down, you can't tell me, right? And then, so let's fast forward. So we're talking about needing to do something orthodox and make something orthodox. You know what I mean? Like, LaRasha was speaking on. I can go so deep, but I really, really want to bring you guys in closer to me so I can break a lot of things down to you and how when you misjudge people, you block your own blessings, baby. When you, as a matter of fact, when you attempt to steal somebody's blessings, you block your own blessings. I'm not saying I'm in, but I'm aware of a situation right now where someone went and did witchcraft on another person's life because they wanted to have a child so bad, and they wanted to marry so bad, and they wanted to live the life that seemed to be of luxury. They went and did witchcraft on another person to attempt to take their destiny. And guess what? The witchcraft worked for a period of time. And what happened was the person that had the witchcraft done on them became aware of the witchcraft. As a matter of fact, the person was already aware, but it took almost 15 years for the person to figure out, wow, this really, really, really is happening and did happen, right? So the person that was attacked had to turn around and do the exact same thing that the person did to them, but in an orthodox way, meaning a person, the initial person came in and attempted to steal someone's, identity, right? And nobody's not identity, but destiny. No one can steal anybody's destiny because what will be will be. Everything is already pre-written. But in order to be in alignment with the Most High, the righteous one in the equation, the one that was stolen from, had to go in and put a full stop to what that person who was so. This is why the Bible talks about the seven deadly sins, and in addition to that, jealousy and envy and all this extra stuff in the Bible. When you are jealous and envy, you create the worst demise of your life because you're seeking things. You understand what I'm saying? That don't belong to you, and you're not even being mindful of what God has prepared for you because you're so jealous and envious of what someone else has or has coming that you want it so bad you take it, only to realize you gotta give it back and suffer the consequences of the time and the money and everything else that you took from them when you did it. This is deep. So, okay, LaRasha, Queen. The Queen is me 23, or roll this back when I'm finished uploading and get her page. She's talking about it now. She's actually live right now. It doesn't pay. It doesn't pay to take from someone. And sometimes when your back is against the wall, you have to do unorthodox things to make things orthodox, right? Sometimes but when you do it, it is so unorthodox and clean that God still can't deny you from the Bible, or not the Bible, but or heaven, or being chosen, because you did something that was so unorthodox in the most orthodox way. It's like God, like God said, the finesse is epic. So I did a post 2 days ago called a major finesse, and then 2 days after that called the day after tomorrow. Well, a day after that called the day after tomorrow. And here we are. This is the day after tomorrow's tomorrow. And it's already epic. Sometimes when the Bible speaks of, I don't know how to explain it, because you know what, I'm gonna have to do research to this is part one. And this video is going to be called doing something doing something unorthodox to make something orthodox, part one. Because I want to find a scripture, because I know it's in the Bible, that will solidify what I'm saying, that sometimes we have to do something unorthodox. Oh, you know what? Oh gosh. Okay, so a lot of people equate drinking with, as being a sin, or you're not walking in the righteousness of God, right? And a lot of people don't realize that, the Messiah and his mother and a couple of the Messiah or Yeshua's friends were attending a party, and Jesus's mother, Mary Magdalene, was urging Jesus, please, I told everybody you're a miracle maker. Please, we've been invited to one of the king's parties, and they ran out of wine, and please, can you can you perform one of your miracles? So out of honoring his mother, he called, his boys was at the party too. He told his boys at the party, come down to the lake or the river with me. Mom getting on my nerves. She want me to prove to the king and everybody in the community that I am who I say I am. So, she wants me to, bring back some wine to feed the, to make sure everybody's able to celebrate during this, celebration. So they go down to the river, and they, collect barrels of water, whatever. And God says, Yeshua says what he says, to turn water into wine, brings it back to the party, and the celebration continues for months, right? So this is another example of doing something unorthodox to create orthodox. Yeshua's mother she knew what her son was capable of, right? So in order to have favor amongst the community, and definitely from the king, who was throwing this party, she wanted to, have her son do something that was unorthodox, which was creating a couple liquor stores on the block. Right? Like, think about it. So people can celebrate without gluttony when celebration is called for. I think you guys understand this part one. Love you. Bye.